Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel Green Lion Goddess Tarot. This is your weekly reading for January the 10th through to the 16th. Judgment card has come out for you. Interesting. So yeah, we're looking at at the end of this week, Mercury is going into retrograde. So that's kind of happening at the very end. But the other thing is that the energy leading into next week is all about the full moon in Cancer, your fellow water sign. It's going to be real. It's going to be a real whopper, this one. It's going to be really intense energy, and I'm going to put out a separate video for that, so keep an eye out for that later in the week. But so this energy for this week, even though that's happening next, like in around the 17th and the 18th, this week is still being impacted by that energy. So we're going to look at the 4 elements for you this week. We're going to look at earth, air, water, and fire, and really see what's coming in with those elements and how that's affecting your week. So we're starting with fire, and Judgment has come out for you. And Judgment is actually the card of fire. It does have a lot of Pluto in there. It's the card of awakening. And this is the energy element of fire, is about what's motivating you, what you're going to find yourself doing, what's really sparking you, and what's driving your passion. I mean, the Judgment card, this is really, you could find yourself wanting to clear and clean a lot. This is like clearing and cleaning a lot of stuff, whether physically in your world, so clearing your desk, clearing out clothes, clearing out your home, or whether this is like you're going through your social media list and like clearing that out. It can also be very karmic, the Judgment energy. So it does represent an awakening of sorts, because things coming up from the past, things that you thought you'd done and dealt with, are coming up to be looked at. So there's a lot of things that you're going to have to be dealing with here, things that people from the past, or projects that you thought were finished, or going back over stuff. It's coming back up to be going, okay, you thought you'd done with that, but it isn't done. You need to kind of clear that out. So there's a lot of this energy coming through, and the Judgment energy represents second chances. It represents rebirth. It also it can represent a report card of some sort. So this could also be where you're finding yourself being, evaluated in some way, or you might be doing that as well. So it's a very strong energy. There's a lot happening with this energy in terms of the fire. So it's going to keep you busy. It's going to kind of take up most of your energy and time with the Judgment energy. And the 2 10s represent double endings. It's the number 20. So it could also be that you're dealing with announcements that are enacting a lot of change. So I feel like you're going to be very busy with this energy coming in, Pisces. So let's look at the element of air. What is it that you're thinking? How are you communicating? Who are you thinking about, or who's thinking about you? And what sort of ideas you might be working on. So this is all the element of air. So we'll pull a card for that. What is coming in for the element of air? We have the King of Swords. Okay, interesting. And I actually want to pull these for the rest of them. The 7 of Wands, the World card, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so they're all coming out now. The King of Swords, the element of air. This is the master of the element of air. You are on fire. This is the strategist, brilliant strategist at work using logic. This is the card of Aquarius, the King of Swords. He's the king of the element of air. So you couldn't want a better card for coming in and sorting some stuff out. Mind very clear, very detached. It's not an emotional energy. It's just very much sorting stuff out. So if you are clearing a lot of stuff up, or there's a lot to coming at you with this Judgment energy to clear and sort out, it's very much like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And you can go, this is, it's just very clear cut and dry. It can be meetings with people. You might be having meetings with bosses, talking about stuff, strategy or evaluations. This might be you might be the boss. But these sort of things can come out. It's a very strong element of communication. You might be dealing with people with very fixed ideas about something, very strong fixed ideas, or this might be you yourself. So this King of Swords is, like if you are going up against somebody who is this in your life, then you want to have all your facts, your figures, you want to be very logical, you want to have your argument, and you want to know exactly what it is that you're talking about. And if this is you, then you're going to want all that. You're going to know all that as well, or want to bring a lot of that in. So it's a very cool, detached, rational energy, but very much the logical thinker, the strategist, the decision maker. So a lot of decisions. It's actually a fabulous energy to come in the element of air, especially right next to this judgment energy, because that's what you need to sort out what's being thrown at you with this judgment energy this week, which is great. Now, element of water, your element, which is love and relationships, emotions, how you're feeling. It can also represent your intuition. So we've got the Seven of Wands and the World card. So it's kind of interesting because this is very much a sense of a cycle has completed and you found yourself in a much better position, a stronger position with something, with a relationship, with a person, with how you're feeling about something. It just... you could actually be, you found yourself in a much stronger position. The Seven of Wands can also be a fairly defensive position as well. It's kind of like, this is my world and I want to defend what my world is and how it feels. And so it can be a little bit like that as well. So I just feel like it's kind of like there's potentially a relationship that is getting stronger and stronger in as well, which is actually really nice. But I do feel like it's like something you've worked on to a point of completion in terms of how you've been feeling about something. I feel like there's this stronger inner resolve that comes in. So it's kind of like if you were a little bit wishy-washy or uncertain or unsure, this time it's like, and it works really well with these two energies of yes, no, sorting through that. Does it bring me joy? No. Does it? No, out. If it does bring joy, yes, I'm keeping it. If it's not, throw it out kind of energy. If you just say you were sorting through some things. So this is where you kind of go, well, I'm now ready to take something on because I feel emotionally strong enough, or I'm now ready to defend what it is that I really want and how I feel at this moment in time. So it's a strong emotional position to come in. And with the World card, it's saying that you've kind of pushed something potentially to some kind of emotional closure here where you're feeling a lot better about it, which is actually really good energy, I would say, because you've worked hard at that as well. So in terms of your element of earth, which is to do with your resources, your material world, the things you can touch in front of you, your human reality. So it can be to do with home, health, money you get from your work and career. Work and career can also be the judgment energy over here as well. So, we've got the Ace of Swords, which works in so well with the rest of these energies because the King of Swords wields that Ace of Swords. And it's a sense of if there's anything to do with your work, your home, any decisions that need to be made, it's crystal clear what that decision should be and how to make that decision. So it's cut and dry, which is actually really good. You'll be very clear inside your mind about what it is that you want. The Ace of Swords can represent new contracts as well. So there could be some kind of new contract coming in around money, around home, around if it's a personal contract in terms of your health, it's like, okay, I'm ready to take something on now. So that could come on as well. So it's fabulous energy, the Ace of Swords. It brings clarity and it really is. It can really sever and cut ties with energy that needs to be cut. And we can see that with the judgment energy. This is about cutting ties. These figures are coming up from the dead and it's like chop, chop, chop. I don't necessarily, it feels ruthless, like it sounds like ruthless when I'm saying it, but it's actually just a necessary culling. It's just something you need to prune off those dead bits in order to let the life come back. So it is a necessary cycle that's coming through here. So I feel very clear head at this moment in time about what stays and what goes, which is very nice, and emotionally feeling strong. So this is a good week for you guys to sort some stuff out, feels. Okay, so this is the message from you got 3. Little Otter was hiding. Beautiful messages coming in here. This is the higher message, the higher vibrational message around what's going on for you from the universe. You've got B, little buzzy bee, which represents that it represents the collective. It represents being really busy. It represents that what it is that you are doing is very important. Your role is important at this moment in time, and it affects other people as well. So it is sense whatever it is that you find yourself doing, and particularly with this judgment energy of clearing stuff out, it's going to have a positive effect on other people. It's integral, like a bee is integral to the ecosystem. Whatever it's doing, you're doing at this moment is integral to the ecosystem of not only you, but people around you, or even your collective energy within yourself. So you find yourself busy with the bee. You might find people talking about you with the bee, but it usually is a positive energy. If they're saying something, it's generating interest as well. Now, we also have Otter and the turtle. So these are absolutely beautiful energies. They are the element of water. This is the element of air, the bee. So I'm going to put him underneath the King of Swords here. But this element of water, which is your element, Pisces, these are, you couldn't get two nicer cards here. These are absolutely beautiful messages to come through. So this is very much, the otter is just cute. It's playful. It's about relationships and partnerships, and really what you're looking at is this turtle energy, which is around something that is really soul nourishing. It's like, be open to a relationship this week that's coming in that is just going to feel like you're diving deep into your soul, into what nourishes you. And it is just a beautiful feeling. Absolutely. It's like soul food. So it's like chicken soup for the soul kind of energy, whatever this is. And so I feel like that, the otter's on the lookout for this energy, whether it comes through a relationship or whether this is something you can find within yourself. I feel like you're swimming deep in those beautiful waters of the ocean, which is your energy. You're ruled by Neptune, which is the king of water, the king of the ocean. So this is just an absolutely beautiful energy here, where I feel like there's an opportunity to come back to a place of source energy, replenishment and joy, and to really, really enjoy this energy. I think this is very much connected to the full moon. It's a sense that the turtle has come back home. And this is really, really good, an energy really, really good for your soul, however this is presenting. And I'm getting further exploration. This is the initial, dived in deep, and you're realizing that it feels good, it feels really nice, but it's like, I want to keep exploring. I want to go further and further into this. So this could also be your intuition. This could be psychic energy. So it's actually a very, very beautiful energy to come in. But with that playful otter, it just takes some of that, it makes it a lighter energy, so a more playful energy. So absolutely beautiful energy to come in for you. I feel like with your sister sign, Cancer, having the full moon and this energy really, affecting this week, I feel like it's a good time for you. And interestingly, strangely enough, I was thinking you were going to go deep into your intuition, and that's come in with these cards, but these cards are very much like, oh no, I'm sorting a whole heap of stuff out inside my mind, making a lot of decisions. And strategies. So yeah, there's a lot going on, but I feel like it's all making very positive headway, positive progress. It's all kind of working together, which is actually working really well. So that's it, Pisces. That's the week. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. And if you want to know, delve further into 2022, the link for that reading is in the description box below, and I'll pin it to the comments as well. So take care, Pisces, and look forward to seeing you next time.